on to verse 5:5.
For of this you can be sure, no immoral, impure, or greedy person, such a man is an idolater, has any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and of God.
Okay, for this you know that no fornicator, unclean person, nor covetous man who is an idolater has any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and God. So it's very close. That's the closest they've come on all of these today. And obviously you can take this verse out of its context and you can say, see, you're not going to heaven, okay? But the fact is that if you've called on Christ, you are of Christ and you belong to Christ. Oh, let me say two things exactly on this subject. Brent Spray, who is at the Cowboy Church in Henrietta, Texas, did a marvelous sermon on the blessed assurance. Okay, in other words, defending once saved, always saved, defending eternal salvation. He did a great job on it. He sent it to me this past week. I'm embarrassed to recommend it because he closes with citing something that I said, and he gives my real name. I don't know why he didn't put Charlie there, but he gave my real name. So there you go. But towards the end, he cites me. But so you can just skip after minute 38:55. Just turn it off and that'll be fine. But up until then, he did a great job. So if you want to be blessed by a really good sermon on eternal salvation, go to the Cowboy Church in Henrietta, Texas on YouTube, and Blessed Assurance is the video. And that goes with exactly what I was just talking about here, is that you can take a verse out of Scripture and say, well, you're obviously not saved because, but if you go down to verse 8, for you were once in darkness. He was saying that you did these things and, you may go back into them, but now at least you know the difference and you are of the light. And Paul will do that. He'll give something and then he'll say, but you were washed, but you were cleansed. So even if you're doing these things, you are cleansed from them. You just shouldn't be doing them. And that's why we're getting this doctrine right here.